Hey, you got time for a beer? I know I do. Welcome to my show. My name's Jake. It's Thursday, so I've got a new beer for you. Don't forget, you can find me on Untapped, YouTube, and Twitter, all at TubaJake_69, and on Instagram at TubaJake_. I'd like to say it's because somebody else got the 69 one, but I lost it. It happens. Don't forget to tell me your stories. I like to hear them. Hopefully you do too, because I'm going to tell you stories. Probably the same stories over and over, because I tend to do that. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so that other people can hear my stories over and over and over again. The beer I've got for you today is from Brew Detroit. It's called Cerveza Delray Obscura. It's a dark Mexican lager, 4.8% ABV, alcohol by volume. Brew Detroit, which is very cool. Should be a good one. Let's get this started. So, it's a dark lager. Should be dark, I would expect. Blackish, brownish. A lager, so it's going to be lighter, because generally those are. Let's see, what else? Darker, lighter in texture, so you're not going to feel it as much on your tongue because the lager, but it'll be darker, so you'll probably feel it more on your tongue. It'll be a lot more like a Marzen, which is weird because, you know, it's March, and if I remember correctly, Marzen means March in German, which is also strange because usually they drink those in October, which seems strange, except, you know, when you lager beer, the lagering process takes time, and that's when the beer's ready. You brew it in March so that it's ready in October. Pretty sure that's how that works. I'm not positive on that, though. Don't quote me. But I remember hearing that someplace. And Marzen, I'm pretty sure, is March. So, dark. Kind of a caramel color, which that's kind of what I was expecting. Generally, those Marzens that I was talking about are caramel in color, which is great. Mexican, so I don't know what that means exactly. That's Mexican style, which means, did they brew them in Mexico? I don't know. Maybe there'll be lime in it. Maybe it'll taste like tequila. I don't know exactly what makes it a Mexican style. Usually, when I think of a Mexican style lager, I think of Corona, and I think of skunked beer, because Corona always comes in clear bottles, which is fine. It looks pretty, but also light hits the hop oil in there, and it makes it go bad. So Coronas always taste skunky, unless you can find one in a brown bottle, and then it won't, because brown filters out that wavelength of light that makes the beer go skunky. I don't know why. It's science. Anyway, let's see. It smells like hops and malt. Weird. Huh. Oh yeah, there's definitely a darker malt flavor to it. I'm getting a lot of those normal flavors that you get from a lager, like right in the front there. Let it sit, and then toward the back, I'm getting a lot of those flavors that you get from darker beers. The graham cracker kind of, burnt marshmallow, but like the burnt part, not like the marshmallow part. And then, you know, regular, sweet hop water. It's great. But dark sweet hop water. This is super easy to drink. It would go great with a baseball game, actually. Yeah. Does this remind me of a beer? It reminds me of a Marzen that I had not too long ago, like October probably, really. Where was that from? Atwater, maybe? Maybe an Oktoberfest from Old Nation. Had those that buried around October. Marzens and Oktoberfest, strange thing. They get released right around the same time because they drink them both at Oktoberfest. No lime, no tequila. Just a nice solid beer. It's clean, refreshing. It's great. So does this remind me of a story? Okay, so anyway, today is opening day for baseball, in case somebody was wondering. Opening day for what? Opening day for baseball. The Tigers were playing in Tampa. They got beat pretty good, 4-0. But it's a long season. The Tigers might actually be able to do something this year. That would be great. This year should be the year. Miguel Cabrera's last year. It would be great to have him leave with a ring, because that's what he was brought here to do, like 10 years ago. Just never happened. But he did win a Triple Crown, which is pretty amazing. Direct to the Hall of Fame. I mean, how many people have won the Triple Crown in the last 50 years? Just that guy, I think. Right? Somebody was close last year, like Judge, I think, might have been close last year. But I don't think he got it. But I'm not positive. They'd make it a lot bigger deal about that, I think. Probably. Because him beating Babe Ruth's home run record is a big deal. Because, you know, a Yankee in the American League. First AL player to do that. Kind of cool. So anyway, this sort of reminds me of going to the ballpark. I always try to get the most different beer that I can find when I go, just because I like different beer. And, you know, you go there and you kind of want something different. Although Coors Light in a giant baseball bat, like the one back over here someplace. Nah, over there. Kind of cool. Did definitely get one of those last year because those are kind of cool. But helmet nachos, awesome. They don't do helmet nachos anymore. I was very disappointed when they stopped. A guy that used to go to high school with me, with my brother for sure, my sisters, I think. Used to run their concessions for them there, and he was involved with helmet nachos, and then he went down to work for Blue Jackets down there, apparently. Kind of disappointed they got rid of the helmet nachos, but the beer bats are pretty cool. Usually when I go down, anymore, because most of the time my mom likes to go, so she pays for tickets, which is great, because she doesn't like to sit in the cheap seats. Go to the Tiger Den, they've got those nice Adirondack chairs to sit in. There's service. They bring you food and drinks and whatever you need. She likes to sit in the ones that are closest to the bathroom, so she's got those ones picked out. Those are the ones that she likes, up at the top, so you don't get wet. If it's raining, it's kind of great. It really is. Most of the time when I go, we win, which is even better. There was one time that I went, and I got a Prince Fielder bobblehead. My dad also got a Nick Lidstrom bobblehead that day too, because we went. The reason that I was going down is, one, there's the Prince Fielder bobblehead, and two, they put out a thing on Facebook that they needed people for this commercial that they were doing for Detroit. Come down and sing in this thing, and we'll put you in this commercial. So I went down to the Joe, wear your Red Wings stuff. So I wore my Red Wings jersey, and it was super fun. They're going to do outside of the Joe, and then it rained. So we did it inside the Joe, which was pretty fun, actually. Move everybody inside, and they're filming from from the ice, or from where the ice would be. There was no ice. Pretty cool, I thought. And then we went over and got our and got our bobbleheads. They're taking forever doing this thing for the Red Wings. I'm like, hey, we got to get going because they're doing the bobblehead giveaway and we want to make sure that we get it. Only the first 10,000 fans. I think it was 5,000, something like that. I don't remember for sure, but we both got one, which was neat. I don't think we sat in the good seats that time. I think we just kind of wandered around mostly. Like we found our seats and they were decent seats, like down first base side, I think. Down, which was kind of nice, but not up. But mostly we just kind of wandered around out in the concourse and watched a little baseball here, a little baseball there. Because really, do you go to a baseball game to watch the baseball, or do you go to the baseball game to hang out with your friends? I mean, you can go to watch the baseball, but you get a much better view on the TV. Looking forward to a lot more Tigers wins. Anyway, I've got a quote for you. This one is from Vincent van Gogh. People write songs about that dude. Good painter. He said, "Great things are done by a series of small things brought together." And I kind of like that. Because you can't just go out and do a great thing. You got to work up to it. For real. Anyway, you can find me on Untapped YouTube and Twitter, all at tubajake_69, and on Instagram at tubajake_. Don't forget to tell me your stories. I like to hear them. Hopefully you do too, because I'm going to tell you a bunch of them, and probably the same ones over and over. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so that more people can hear me tell my stories, because I want that. Please, do that, please. I think that's all I got for you. Catch you next time, when you got time for a beer.